It is time to put the theory to the test. So you cannot test a good idea unless you actually test that good idea. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be testing out the gentility bravery thing. So I proposed a thing a while ago, like maybe like a week or so, a team that uses tomes, that uses gentility, and you can switch to bravery mode manually at all times, so you're plus damage. You can stay on gentility for more tanking, or you can engage with the Erica unit to have both. So in this case, what I want to do is I will engage with the Erica unit for both the damage. So like, check this out. All my gentilities now have plus 3 damage, minus 3 damage. So that allows them to tank much better. Okay, let's get this Ivy in there. I could have changed her starting position, but it's fine. Now, alternatively, you can choose which mode you want. So if you want more tanking, you can do that. If you need more damage, you can do that. So it kind of doubles as this tanking damage hybrid. Now, on units like Ivy, who are quite high in base defense and res, and she can be quite fast, especially with Lyn, you are getting a lot of value. All right, now for this guy, can Pandreo tank all of this? I don't think he can. He can probably tank this archer. I don't think he can tank all of that. I kind of want to see. I want to try. I want to see if he can do it. It's a bad idea, but I want to see what he's capable of doing. All right, and then... Actually, you know what I could do? I could just do this. Just bonded him. Just do a chain guard here. Now, the idea behind this is that Gentility 1 is cheap to get, right? It's 2k SP for plus 3 damage for anything, for any weapon, and it works on both enemy and player phase, so it is pretty useful. So you can't go wrong with it. However, if you want to run Lance Sword Axe Power, you can. Those do give you minus 10 avoid. There's like pros and cons, so right now, he's plus big damage. He could easily enemy phase this with Bonded. But he gets damage boost and damage reduction, and on units like Pandreo and Ivy, they're like quite durable, so they can already tank a hit. And they're already fast, they usually don't get doubled. They also boost their damage. So it just puts him, you know, higher damage output, more potential for one rounding. It's cheap. You can get it at bond level 5 on Erica, and then just 2k SP. Now, the Gentility Plus costs more, but then you get plus 5 damage, minus 5 damage with Gentility Bravery Plus. So it can be pretty huge. Alright, now she just has to tank a spear, which I think she will. I don't know that spear... I feel like spear has less might than a steel lance. We'll find out. We'll see how tanky this is. Alright, it doesn't. She has to dodge. Alright. So if I was Gentility Plus, she would have tanked those, which isn't bad. So it can help push your units into breakpoints so they can tank 2 enemies. Alright, he's shooting me, which is quite rude. He's also sealed my defense. So this is like the first thing. Oh yeah, and then the Chloe also gets damage increase. Now, she's on Griffin. I do feel like she is better on Mage Knight. I might change her to Mage Knight. Mage Knight has higher base damage and basically does everything Griffin does. Griffin, I think, doesn't matter. Like, it's good, but she would be one-shotting these otherwise. One-rounding them, rather. Alright, so we can start setting up some kills. Now, this is Ike Paralog. We just did chapter, 16 to get Gentility. I could have done this earlier. You can easily do this with Bonded Shield unit. But I just wanted to test out some things here. So this is the first test run of the Gentility build. Honestly, this Pandreo build is really disgustingly good. It's really good, actually. You should run this. He has the build for Bolg. He can run base Bolg in 1 round pretty easily. He has enough speed. He gets more speed like on Byleth. He gets more magic on Byleth, and he also gets, get him speed plus, get him Gentility, and you're looking at pretty reasonably durable. His defense is low, so that's the only bad thing about Sage, but this is kind of like a siege Sage. That's like that's intended purpose. It's not meant to enemy phase like this. It can on a Bonded Shield, so if you want to do that, you can.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
But I do think the damage increase on Gentility is kind of popping off. Let's kill this archer. Yeah, I mean, it's, it's plus 6 damage for 2k SP. That's pretty cheap, like, especially when you're doubling. Get your citrine popping off, you know? Or just bonded shield. Now, it's an 80% on this class. I usually use a chi adapt, but in this case, I'm not. So, we don't, you know, we don't need a chi adapt.
To the death.
To the death. Here, let's check this out. Dancer is also an enemy phase unit. Dude, I love how good Dancer is. Look at that, the quality time. The Archer should go first, and then this should go. They always prioritize kills and breaks, so... And then Yunaka can kind of push down here. And then we'll wait. We'll see what we do. Alright, so it's +6 damage. So what would she be? 28 times 2 otherwise? I think that would still kill that enemy. But the idea is that this scales good, like scales well into late game. Alright, so she's not fast enough to double at. Citrine's not known for her speed though. I'm actually trying this out because it was recommended. The Citrine Mage Knight. I do prefer Anna. She's much faster. And they have similar build. Alright, so Ivy's not picking up speed yet. She did one round those armors, but you don't get speed taker on enemy phase. Nice. she's also dodge tanking, so I'm combining mitigation tanking, some speed, dodge tanking, so on. There's the chain guard.
I still have a lot to learn.
So she gets gentility just from being on Erica. So whoever you want it on a fast unit that doesn't need speed fixing, because some emblems help speed fix. So if you're on like a Mage Knight that's very fast, or if you're on, you know, a Griffin that's very fast, you can get away with it. Alright, they're healing a little bit. So, yeah, this is the trial run of this. So far, it seems to be fine. Now, obviously, a lot of middle game mages are going to wander around anyways, but late game is when we'll get the true idea, the true test of how good this build is. Alright, now what I would like to do... I want Astra to kill this through that, but I'm going to get axed, so... We're about to get axe at melee range. Or no, I can dance. Yeah, let's dance. He's canter still, but what are you gonna do, you know? We have to get these speed takers going. But in theory, this should be really good. And you could also do this to damage fix dagger units, especially ones you want to enemy phase with, because it's +3 damage on bravery when the Erica is engaged or when you're on Ephraim mode. So, should be pretty good. And Mage Knight's nice because when you initiate... I definitely don't want to initiate that way. But when you initiate, you can get that +3 speed when you're attacking physical with magic and vice versa.
Stay focused.
Then Siege Sage is nice because you can just poke and kill things before they approach. So you get this ideal situation. So yeah, that's the gentility. This is the first gentility test. Now this team is already performing pretty well. I probably have too much magic damage. This Marin should probably just be a Wyvern. I wanted to make her a Mage Knight, and I still will, but I have to get to post chapter 19 before I can do that. The Yunaka Mage Knight is actually pretty decent. Her magic stat is respectable, base 17. That's not bad. You know, on Levin Sword, once she eventually gets sword power, she'll scale well. So she's doing okay. She's on a Bond Ring too. This Chloe build, honestly, would rather have her on Mage Knight. I think that would be much better. You'd have more damage and the speed would be similar, so... She's running speed +5 long term, and then sword power for damage and speed, and then she should be fine. And I could always tonic her if she's like below a breakpoint or something. But yeah, that's it for the introduction to the gentility team. I was going to run... I have notes here. Let's see, who else was I going to run on gentility? So Mage Knight Marin, she'll be on gentility. She could actually get gentility now that I think about it. She just needs a little bit of SP from the well. She can get it. So that would actually help her. That'll get her damage up a little bit. So she could get it. And then I have the Brave Alir, Pandreo Sage. The original thing was a Citrine Sage, but I wanted to try Mage Knight out for fun. And then my back line was supposed to be Fram, Jean, and Hortz, but right now it's Fram, Sadal, and then Bonded Shield Alir, who also doubles as a dual support Brave Assist hero, who can also one-round things, so it's a different hero build. But yeah, thanks for checking this out. Definitely like and subscribe if you enjoy these team comp videos. I will be doing more build videos for units. I'm just testing more things out and kind of like covering it as I go. But yeah, peace.